Fantastic Flying Machines, written by John Mayer and Elizabeth Austin. Focus question: how has flying changed over time? What has stayed the same? Introduction. Close your eyes and imagine you could fly like a bird. Where would you go? What would you see? If you had never seen or heard of an airplane, could you imagine what it would be like to fly? Let's look at some of the fantastic machines that make flying possible. People have always wanted to fly. They watched birds fly. They dreamed about how wonderful it would be. A few people had good ideas about what made objects move through the air. One man made a small toy propeller that could spin through the air. In the 1400s, Leonardo da Vinci, an artist, drew amazing plans for a helicopter. It might have worked, but he never built it. People experimented. Some strapped wings onto their arms and flapped. A few tied themselves to big kites. Almost everyone crashed over and over, but they wanted to fly. History of flight. In 1783, two French brothers invented the hot air balloon. Their first passengers were a sheep, a rooster, and a duck. George Cayley built the first glider that carried a person. Later, an engineer invented a better glider and published his ideas in 1889. A few years later, his ideas and notes inspired many of the designs of the Wright brothers. Orville and Wilbur Wright thought about all these early ideas. They thought about why most of them didn't work. After many tests, the Wright brothers built the first successful airplane that was powered by an engine. It could carry only one person, so they took turns testing it. On December 17, 1903, it was Orville's turn. That day, he flew for 1 full minute and went 260 meters, 350 feet. People could fly. Planes have improved a lot since the early days of flight. Large passenger airplanes are the first type of flying machine that most people see. Have you flown in an airplane on a vacation trip? These types of planes can carry about 450 passengers and luggage. They can take you across the country or in or around the world. Many planes that are built to fly high or fast use jet engines. Jet engines are powerful. They push an airplane forward by forcing a stream or jet of hot gas out behind them. Some jets can fly faster than the speed of sound. Many slower or older airplanes have propeller engines. Each blade on a propeller acts like a wing. The blades create air suction when they spin, like blades on a fan. This force pulls the plane forward. Stunt pilots use small propeller planes to do tricks at air shows. Farmers use them to spray crops. Some planes are built for a particular task. Mail planes deliver packages overnight. Military cargo planes move trucks, supplies, and troops. Planes set up as offices allow people to work while they fly to business meetings. Helicopters. Helicopters are another common type of flying machine. They can fly and land almost anywhere. Most helicopters have two rotors. The large rotor on top lifts the helicopter. A smaller one on the tail helps the pilot steer. Unlike planes, helicopters can fly backward and rotate. They can even hover in mid-air. Some helicopters are designed to lift heavy loads. These helicopters need two rotors on top. Firefighters sometimes use these helicopters to fight forest fires in remote areas. Helicopters travel faster than cars. Hospitals use helicopters as ambulances to reach injured people quickly. Police use helicopters to patrol neighborhoods from the sky. Rescue teams use them to look for people who are lost. Blimps and balloons. Hot air balloons fly very slowly. They can't be steered, so they drift where the wind pushes them. Gas burners warm the air inside the balloons, making them rise in the colder air around them. People fly in hot air balloons for fun. It's a quiet and unusual way to see the countryside from above. Blimps are flying machines that are often seen above large sporting events. Blimps are large, long balloons filled with lighter than air. Gas such as helium. They usually have two small propeller engines can be steered by a pilot. But they fly slowly. Blimps attract attention, so companies put the names on them for advertising. Rockets and spaceships. Rockets are very powerful engines that force hot gases out behind them to create thrust. In 1957, the Soviet Union surprised the world when it used a rocket to launch the first satellite. The satellite's name was Sputnik. It captured everyone's imagination. People thought about space travel and being astronauts. Since then, rockets have carried people to the moon and have helped build a space station. A space shuttle rides a rocket into space. It carries astronauts and supplies to the International Space Station. On its return trip to Earth, its wings let it land like an airplane. Other ways to fly. Today, there are many ways to fly. Hang gliders take off from cliffs and glide to the Earth. Drifting on air currents in slick, thin glider aircraft. People can soar for hours. Long ago, people could only imagine flying like birds. Now, many people have the chance to fly. Where would you like to fly?